Okay,
First-time home buyers, we're going to talk to you today about how to get $25,000 in down payment assistance. Now, there's millions, or maybe even thousands or millions, however you want to say it, of people that are struggling to save for a down payment, just for the purpose of getting their dream home, right, Tommy?
that is correct.
And what a lot of people don't know is that there's a lot of programs out there that they can help. And so today in this video, what we're going to do, Tommy and myself, we're going to introduce to you a new program that's launching on June 1st. It's called the Hometown Heroes Program. And it's a program that really can provide you with all the assistance you need to be able to qualify for that home that you're looking for. So Tommy, you want to introduce yourself real quick? Tell everybody who you are, what you work, who you work for, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, sure. My name's Tom Barrett. I am manager over here at Cross Country Mortgage. I've been in the business close to 25 years. My niche, my specialty is first-time home buyers, and I do a lot of down payment assistance. I'm familiar with all the state programs, the county programs, and this one's going to be big. The governor just announced it a few days ago. It's dropping next week, and we think it's really going to help a lot of people. The state is stepping in, and they realize a lot of people are struggling to purchase homes right now with the current state of the market, and we think that this program is going to do a lot of good for a lot of people, as long as you are in certain professions, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but really excited about it.
Awesome, man. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to keep this video short. We're going to get straight to the important questions that we know you're going to have questions on. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but we will give you the opportunity to be able to message us with further questions. If any of this information that you get today is of any interest, because again, this is about getting you the information you need for down payment assistance, but in particular, this program that's called the Hometown for Heroes program. And so without further ado, let's go straight to the questions. One of the things that people are going to ask you, Tommy, is what are the qualifications that you need to be able to qualify for this down payment assistance program?
Well, you have to work in a certain profession, frontline workers, and there's a long list of them, over 50 professions. And I can kind of zip through some of the main ones. But before I get to that, you do need a 640 credit score. You need to be a first-time home buyer, which means you cannot have lived in a house that you've owned in the past 3 years. So listen to that carefully. If you can own a house now, as long as you're not living in it or have lived in it in the past 3 years, you're actually technically considered a first-time home buyer. A lot of people don't realize that. There are income limits depending on what county that you're in. For the counties around us, Hillsborough, Pasco, Pinellas, the limits have been increased. It's $123,150, and that is not household income. So if you and your wife together, or you and your husband together, make too much, and just one person can qualify on their own, you guys are good.
Perfect.
Do both people have to be in the profession? No. Just as long as one person alone is in the profession, we're good. And the short list of, well, it's not a short list, but the list of folks that can participate are, it's for VA, for all military. So the current Salute Our Soldiers program is going to go away, and this is going to replace it. So any military folks out there can take advantage of this. Police, firefighters, EMT, paramedics, medical field. There's a ton in the medical field. Physicians, dentists, phlebotomists, massage therapists, X-ray operators, opticians. The list goes on and on. Electrologists, whatever that is, I don't even know. Social workers, counselors, chiropractors, childcare, daycare, RNs, obviously. Veterinarians is on the list. So it is a very long list of folks that can take advantage of this program. So if you have any questions on that and you want to know specifically, let me know. You have to be licensed. We're going to ask for a copy of that license up front, and we're going to do a verification of employment from your employer, confirming that you are indeed licensed and you do fit into these categories.
So it sounds like, this thing can go very much in depth. And when people are listening to this video, I think most people are going to think that they have to have, uh, there might be possibilities where they rule themselves out. And I think that it's probably best that you don't rule yourself out. I think it's best to have a conversation first, and allow Tommy and his team to do verifications before you go any further into the process of looking for houses, going under contract.
Yeah.
Do the verification first, because, if you're doubting yourself, don't, because there's still that possibility. And the best way to really cover your tracks is to talk to Tommy and his team, have that healthy conversation, and let them do the diligence in the beginning so that they can tell you if you're a good fit for the program or not. Does that sound right, Tommy?
Yeah, absolutely. This program, it's an expansion of a lot of the programs that are out there. The nice thing about it is a lot of the other programs charge, an additional 1% fee. That's not happening on this program, which is ginormous.
Right.
It's not just limited to FHA, it's conventional, which is huge right now.
Right.
VA, as I mentioned, we can also do USDA, all Florida counties. You're not limited to any county, and you can get 5% of the loan amount up to $25,000. Now that's important. Before, a lot of these other programs are capped at a certain purchase price.
Right.
These are capped at loan amounts. The FHA loan amount limit is $426.80. The conventional VA loan limits are $647,200. So as long as your loan amounts are there, you can put down whatever you want on top of it to get it. So that's going to open the door for a lot of folks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go a little more in depth. Like, something that Tommy mentioned is that how conventional has been big in the past 2 to 3 years. Unfortunately, a lot of our VA buyers and a lot of our FHA buyers have lost out on opportunities because they've had to compete with conventional and cash buyers. And so now what this does is that it puts you in a place where you can compete with the amount of money that you could receive with this program, should you qualify for it. But on top of that, if you are a person that can qualify for the conventional part of this type of program, now you can compete with some of these other buyers that are conventional, or they're relocating, let's say from New York, and they're bringing some of their money here. You are in a better place to position yourself to compete with people because of the amount of money that this program provides you, and also because it's opened up to all loan types of FHA, conventional, and also the VA loans.
Correct.
Okay. The $25,000, this is my second question. Does it have to be paid back, or
It does. Yes.
while you have it? How does that work?
That's a good question. That's the first thing everybody asks. It is not forgivable, but it's a 0% second loan. There's no payment, there's no interest rate. It just kind of sits there in your equity. Whenever you sell that house 30 years from now, pay that mortgage off 30 years from now, refinance, whatever it is, then that $25K does have to go back to the state.
Okay. And that's super helpful, right? Because the $25,000, let's say on a $400,000 house, on FHA, I know 3% is about 12 grand. So now you're talking about maybe about 14 to 15 grand for a down payment. And then you got the remaining amount that you can utilize to your leverage for maybe paying your own closing costs. So a lot of people, when they come to us, they maybe have saved up enough for their down payments, but they haven't saved up enough for their closing costs to be able to compete in this market. And so that this program, what it's giving you the ability to do, again, is to be competitive without having to worry about having to wait another year to save the money for the closing costs, or even pulling money out of your 401k. A lot of us don't want to touch that money, right? So this gives you the ability to be, again, competitive when it comes to offering, submitting aggressive offers, so that you can prioritize yourself as the first offer that a seller wants to go for, right?
Right, exactly. And I just want to touch on, I want to make sure everybody's clear. You don't automatically get 25K. It's up to 25K. It's up to 5% of the loan amount. So FHA requires 3.5% down. VA doesn't require anything down. Conventional requires 3% down. So you'll have, 2 or, whatever it is, 2 or 1.5%, whatever's left over to go towards your closing costs. So you're getting 5% total of the loan amount.
Gotcha.
up
So it's
to
up to
25,000. Right.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. We're hoping that this video helped you guys out in highlighting some of the criteria of this program because it's making a lot of noise. We're seeing a lot of headlines on it, and people are starting to ask a lot of questions. And we want to be in the forefront of you guys so that you know that you have somebody to reach out to. Now, if you guys have any questions, I want to hear a little bit more about what you guys are going through, what kind of help you're looking for. Feel free to drop a message. And if you want to get the bullet points to the criteria of this program, feel free to drop us a message by saying Hometown Heroes, and we'll be more than happy to send it over to you. Other than that, guys, we appreciate your time watching this video. And Tommy, thanks for taking the time to do this for us, man, because I know that it's going to help educate a lot of people out there that have questions about it.
I really appreciate it. And I just want to close earlier. I joked when I said I didn't know what an electrologist was. They remove unwanted hairs. You can see, obviously, I don't need that. So, but we can help you buy a house.
Right on. All right. So this is Tommy Barrett from Cross Country Mortgage. I'm Jose Mejia for Real Broker out of Tampa Bay, Florida. We'll talk to you guys soon. Appreciate it, Tommy.
Bye.